Hi, this is Mike. I'm making my video to add to my collection. So it's 5:12 p.m. and it's 1/5/25. So yeah, just had some time to think and do some stuff, and I got some work done, and not a lot of work, just a lot of things I wanted to do. So anyhow, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to get to know myself better, and then know other people. Um, I'm gonna probably try to get some contacts, but I don't think I'll go that route. I'll just stay this way. Um, I got my fake teeth in, got them knocked out, and then some of them fell out. But over the years, cavities and whatnot. But anyhow, yeah, just making my video. I just do this to get myself figured out and understood. And I understand things and whatnot. So anyway, I'm pretty interested in being a cable operator. I've done that before, and it's worked for a cable channel. And I kind of do that stuff myself now. My two daughters are famous. The one's got two little kids, and then anyway, the other one, she's kind of a big shot, the queen bee. But I kind of like my name, Mike, and it's Rindal, Rindal, and Rindal. Not there's the Rindals and the Rindals, and of course, Little Boy Blue and the Man on the Moon type stuff. So anyway, I kind of grew up in the '60s. Well, '69 is when I was born, and '69, and then of course '79, '89. I'm kind of at the tail end of the '60s, but then the '70s. So everything I watched on TV was about the '60s, pretty much, and then the '80s is when I really got interested in stuff, and then of course the '90s got interesting, big time interesting, and '90s, and the year 2000, 2005 is when I hit my height, and then that's when 2005. That's 2025, so that was 20 years ago, and I'm definitely getting back there again. But I don't need to teach myself. I will take a step back and incrementally accelerate my learning process, but not too fast, because the faster you go, the longer it takes to stop, and then of course the higher you go, the longer it takes to fall. But when you do, it's like it can be damaging, and you can really. So it's just like kind of like stop, look, what's that sound? Everything is going around, you know. But I got two grandkids that I know of, and well, actually three. That I think my daughter Michelle's got one. But I got two daughters that I know of, Michelle and Amy. Pretty sure that's it. And then it was pretty much they were planned. And then, but there's like 7 different types of relationships out there sexually. And there's people are addicted to romance, people are addicted to sex, and then so on and so forth. And I wear little pins around that says "fuck, eat, and kill." I mean, there's that, but I'm not really interested in all that. I'm more interested in being peaceful and stuff like that. I got grandkids, and I got kids, and I met God. I know who He is. There's like 3 gods: the black God, the white God, and the Asian God, and every derivative of that. They got horn gods. They got ones with one eyes and stuff like that. I don't see that stuff in person. I see it all through steps. But then there's like stuff I've seen, like Draco the Dragon's like black and he's huge. So there's Draco the Dragon and all that. so, so anyway, I got to give me a Marilyn Monroe picture, and different things like that. This Fiona Apple seems to be the one I really like. She really connects with me. She's the one that seems to get through to me. But there's other ones too that, what's her name? Marilyn Manson's pretty wild. I've always liked his music, but it seems to me like he's got kids too. And it's like, I don't know exactly how that all fits into the grand scheme of things, but he's tall, he's got blue eyes, and he's got black hair, but it's really blonde. It's Brian Warner. And that's my principal. His name's Brian Warner, but I met Marilyn Manson. He's about my build. He has broken ribs he got from a car accident, and I met him in person. So, but he told me some interesting stories, about how he fell through his bed. He died and he fell through his bed, and then he basically woke or stood up or whatever. And he, how do you explain this? He's seen a big, and he approached it, and they had numbers going around it and stuff like that. And he walked through it, and he's seen the blue man, Intel Blue Man or whatever. But they had to do with that movie Avatar. And I've seen one of them that she had the tail and stuff, and I could see her hair right on her crotch, and everything is different. Kind of made me wonder. And I see stuff on Star Trek, and you know. So anyway, there's a lot of things going on in my life and my mind, and things that are closely connected to me, related to me, and the steps, logics, and stuff like that, and all that. I'm slowly starting to get back into science. This creativity stuff is pretty wild, but I'm just developing my left brain, and then of course my right brain. I have to constantly do that. You can't just be fixated on one side of your head all the time. You have to think of both sides. Like the Western world is completely caught up in that, in the right brain. But you're only half built, if you have, if you're only one-sided, and you have to think of both sides of your mind. So I'm smoking this vape because I'm trying to save money on cigarettes. So I'm not really interested in being 8 foot tall. I'm cool with being 6 foot tall and hung like a 9-incher, the 9 iron. I'm cool with that, or even lucky number 7. But I can deal with things. But 8 foot tall, that's too much. I can't deal with that. I can deal with my size. I'm cool. I can walk up to people. I can talk to them. I can get on a motorcycle, and I can relate to women that are about 120 to 140 pounds, and then I can deal with that. Maybe lift a little weights, but not too big, I got big feet, size 13, and my hands are about medium sized. I'm not interested in fighting people. I'm not interested in being the dog and locking people up and racking them and shacking them. I just don't like that. I've been through that enough. So, I'm just trying to be peaceful. So yeah, I got my teeth. They're stainless. or sterling silver or stainless or whatever, and they're porcelain. And yeah, I deal with what I can deal with. You know, I tried too many times. I know there's just no way around it other than the way I look. And my look ain't bad. You know, I'm working with these fake teeth. They're expensive, $5,000 for a set of teeth, and the glasses were $1,000. So that's $6,000 minus $500 maybe. So $5,500. So I'm okay with who I am. I don't need to be Goldberg, and I don't need to be puffed up, and I don't need to be to the point of irritating. I'm just a governor type thing. You know, I'm the governor in this scheme of things. You know, people can deal with me. I can relate. I was named after a judge, but the thing is I'm cool. You know, I don't need to be big and bloated and fat, but I do need to get stronger. But I know I've done this too many times. I know who I am. I know where I fit in things, and I know what I'm capable of. But the thing is I I don't need to be too strong and too fat. You know, I don't need people poking fun at me and stuff every day of the week. And yeah, I can vocalize now. I can talk correctly, and my teeth were half missing because they fell out. You know, they were broken and stuff in an accident. But I don't play the warrior anymore, and I don't play. I will not play that game anymore. I'm not doing none of that. You know, this is Mike, and like Ice Cube or whatever he wants to call himself, Ice Cube or whatever. It's just Mike, Mike, MI/KE, me key, my key, Mikey, MICKEY, I'm very childish sometimes, but I got things going on. And when I get, to the point where people start knocking on my door and start pulling their shit, I like being strong and powerful, and, but the thing is in due time, I need sunlight, I need a lot of vitamins and minerals and vitamin C and all that, and I don't have to have it. I mean, people are suffering, but there's a lot of people dying, a lot of COVID going on, a lot of this, a lot of that, and it's just the way life is. But I know I will live forever. My mom showed me that, and so did my dad, and so did my Uncle Danny, and so did my Uncle Dick, and they come back, and it's just like they keep coming back. And my Uncle Dick is about my size, and Danny, and he's about my size, and then there's Mike, and Mike is Big Mike. It used to be Little Mike. His Jimmy wasn't there, but it's there. Okay, it's Michael John, son. Michael John. My shit's 9 inches, and it's really it's between 7 and 9 any given day of the week. All right, but anyway, I'm sorry. I was just talking about that. It's part of me. It's not everything. Okay. So anyhow, that's all I got going on. I'm trying to think about what my true calling is, and it's trying to be myself. Well, then, what is or who is myself, and how can I explain myself? I got blue eyes, and I had blonde hair when I was a kid. It was yellow, a corn head, and the thing is I was around the cold and stuff, and then I got this smaller nose and the ears like that. It's because I know what cold is, and I always was accustomed to cold, but I was a big chunky boy when I was a kid, and it's just the thing is I was a big kid when I was little, but there's a kid that's going to take my place one of these days, but I'll be somewhere else, and his name is Caleb. So that's one of them, and then there's Isaiah's taken after my brother Rick and then my Uncle Tony and this and that. So anyway, it's a little frustrating because I'm having a hard time dealing with this stuff. I don't want to die and then be blotted out. I kind of know what that's all about, so it's kind of scary. All right. So anyway, over and out.